I was watching, it was from the movie The Internship, uh, starred by Will Ferrell. And he was once asked the question to, it was once asked by the employer about if you are in the mixer, if you are in the mixer, like you are about to be mixed with something else in the mixer, what would you do? And then he gave such a ridiculous answer for the ridiculous question. And I'm like, the essence of his answer is about, I will survive. I will find a way to survive because I don't know how I got there. I just know that I still want to live, so I will survive no matter what. And I'm like, if I were asked the same question, my first thought would be, how the fuck did I actually get there? Like I start to justifying every progress of my life, like that gets me there. Like how the fuck am I getting there? Like there's something, like it doesn't make sense for me to be there because this is such a ridiculous moment in my life that it just can't happen. But my answer is so different than his answer because in essence I don't really think about the situation as real as him. But if there is like some, by chance I have the same experience and I was and I'm in the ridiculous situation as that question, what would I do? And I start to think in the realness of the question. And I'm like, I would still ask the same question. I would still ask for justification about how do I actually get there. Like it doesn't make sense because I will be the person who have such a life where one thing leading to the next one intentionally. If I want to mess up, I want to mess up real bad and I won't get out. That's how I actually experienced my life in the first 20 years. I decided to go into the darkness and therefore I would love to actually experience the darkness in the full momentum of it. So if I'm already in the darkness, I won't actually get out from it. I actually want to get deeper into the situation. But if it's like not that thing, what would I do? I would just disregard it at once. I don't really think about how do I actually get out from it and all that stuff because I don't think I'm in the situation that ridiculous. So it's like the mix of it too. But if I am really in that type of situation, I'm in a blender and I'm about to be blend, what would I do? Find a way to live. Find a way to get out from the mixer. Anything. Right. That's how humans usually think. They will fight for their survival. And if you ask this question yourself, you are in a blender right now. You're about to be blended with everything else around you. What would you do? I have like brainstorm about the option that someone would get. First is that they would just cry their ass off because they don't know how they get there. And they're just like blaming themselves for the things that is already, I'm here and this is fucked up. I don't like it, but I don't know how to get it. And then just they cry in that moment. Second is that you just give up. Like, I don't know how to get out from this. I'm just like, let's just fucked up the whole until the end. Or third is that find a way to survive. Just like how the Will Ferrell answered the question. I'll find a stick. I would actually help something to help me jump off the blender. And then da 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 da. It's a weird answer for the weird question because it's a nonsensical one. Or something else. Or you did something what I did. It's justification about my action, about my reality. What would you do? I asked this question to some of my friends and I just want to see how well they fare with their struggle. Because if you are not really doing well with whatever you are struggling with right now. You would actually can't feel alignment with the answer, like find a way to survive, have a way to achieve whatever solution you have, and it's a part of like the readiness of your system. That's how I see it. And I didn't think of this as a problem at first when I was watching that movie. I was just like, that's a weird question. I would actually answer it this way instead of that. But then, like, I didn't know that I have the problem with survival, because my thing is that I won't be in that situation ever. But right now, it's somewhat like the similar type of experience as that nonsensical question. I'm in the messed up of the messy up of my life, and I'm like, well, survive, honey, survive. But then I get to realize that, oh, right, we need to survive in some situation that might not be in our utmost benefits. Like it would not go well according to our survival, because sometimes the situation is so fucked up and we can't help but to feel confidence enough to tackle the situation. But even if we are confident, it's not like we are going to get into the exit confidently, because there will be a time when the things that you have is just so messed up, you will actually drag yourself down deeper when you try to find a solution. There will be like times like that, but the thing is that it will pass eventually. Don't know how it will pass, but somehow and some when it will pass. And the thing about this is that having the confidence in the situation unreal as this is important, because that's all you need. You can't really have the certainty that you will get out from it. You can't have the certainty that the solution you find actually the true solution of your struggle. You can't actually do anything about it. It's just that the confidence of you getting out of the situation is enough for you to find the solution, to try the solution, to have another try, to have another will to go for another things. That's the only thing that I can focus myself on, because it is such a outrageous situation to begin with. So it's not like you would miraculously get out of it because of just how confident you are. That's just the realistic of the situation. So what I find to be confident might be sounding really wishy-washy kind of stuff, but I still feel confidence because I am that person. I have the character of that confidence person. And when we switch our thought of to this nonsensical level as the situation, you might actually find a balance and eventually have the confidence filling up your system. But with that, I mean, like, if here's what I write. But hear this. This is a nonsensical question, allowing you to have a nonsensical answer. But if this is a real life situation, it's like experiencing an impossible one, and you are here as the anomaly. So yeah, it happened for me. It happened to me impossibly, but also like I am here as me, myself, the one and the only one who experienced me. So I'm the anomaly. And this is like the same level of existence. Here's the real situation that exists here. Here's who you are that exists because of this thing. And if you can find that same level, you will receive a skill that allow you to have the twist and switch to such a level of justification, and then you are experiencing this impossible confidence that is experienced because of that impossible situation. So if I can add another example of this, it would be how I started getting into the darkness, because I don't know how bad it will be. Just to be clear, I was that confident because I know that I am so resourceful. I know what is the true expectation of this journey. I know how to actually blah blah blah, get this, get that, and then all that stuff. I'm so confident in that, but I didn't know how bad I would actually experience the darkness. And I'm like, oh, actually, this is not what I thought. But then because I remember who I was and all that stuff, the confidence that was degrading over time because of this experience coming back to me as something like, I get it. This is something that I decided to do, and also this is something that I want to experience. So the justification itself is that I decided to get into something that I know I'm capable of, and I will eventually find the exit of this journey. And that's how I'm able to twist and switch into a more favorable space to the situation itself. And sometimes like this is not easy, I know that, but at the same time, giving up is not the best taste of this experience. So either you are feeling distasteful, or I'm just going to make the best out of this. This is all the situation. So I'm going to live it out as that is so easy and clean, because it's not as hard as I thought it would be, for the sake of checking in with yourself. Like, how ready are you to eventually tackling whatever struggle you have? Essentially, like, you are reaching out to the deepest core of your truth, that you have everything, you know what to do, and the universe is in your favor, because the universe is here because of you. So if you are not participating in the creation of this world, then what would this reality be if it's not because of you? So have a thought. What would you do if you are in the middle of a mixer? In my case, I would say in the middle of the hurricane, because that would be like more real than actually in the middle of a mixer, in the mixer itself. So yeah, have a thought, and let me know if you want to share what is your option. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.